Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome back to Celebrity Scoop, your trusted source for all things famous and royal. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all the latest gossip. In the world of royals and controversy, we find ourselves once again at an interesting crossroads. Prince William is preparing to make an appearance on a show known as Clarkson's Farm. Now, this wouldn't typically raise eyebrows if it weren't for the host of the show, Jeremy Clarkson. You might remember the name as the man who penned quite the unsavoury attack on Meghan Markle. A coincidence? Hardly. Clarkson is no stranger to controversy. He's been quite vocal about his disdain for Meghan Markle, once stating that his dislike for her was so deep it was on a cellular level. His comments have often been compared to a Game of Thrones-style verbal assault. The public backlash was swift, yet Prince William remained silent. Now he seems to be cozying up to Clarkson as if nothing transpired. Prince William's decision to appear on Clarkson's Farm seems to be part of a larger pattern. He has a history of associating with individuals who have been openly critical of Meghan Markle. From maintaining close ties with British tabloids to having friendly interactions with journalists known for their smear campaigns against Meghan, the pattern seems all too clear. The irony of the situation is palpable. Prince William has often been vocal about mental health, anti-bullying, and the protection of women. Yet, when it comes to Meghan Markle, his own brother's wife, his actions seem to contradict his words. This upcoming appearance on Clarkson's Farm is not just a PR stunt, it's a deliberate choice, a message. Prince William knows who Clarkson is and what he represents. He's fully aware of Clarkson's controversial stance on Meghan Markle, yet he chooses to associate with him. This upcoming appearance seems to be more than a mere PR stunt, it's a deliberate choice, a message. But this isn't the first time we've seen such a pattern from Prince William. Indeed, this pattern of association is not a new development. It's a recurring trend that's been observed throughout the years, and it seems to be particularly pronounced when it comes to individuals or entities that have targeted Meghan Markle. Take, for instance, his relationship with the British tabloids. These institutions have a well-documented history of publishing stories that border on character assassination against Meghan. Yet, rather than distancing himself from these outlets, William has often been seen engaging with them, even appearing to be on friendly terms. Then there are the journalists. Numerous times we've seen William engaging in cordial chats with members of the press who have made a habit of smearing Meghan in their columns and articles. These aren't just casual interactions, but seem to be deliberate acts of association, further reinforcing the pattern. You see, it's not just about the one-time appearance on Clarkson's Farm. It's about a consistent pattern of behaviour, a series of choices that William has made over the years. Choices that seem to align him with those who have unfairly targeted Meghan time and time again. And what's most striking about all of this is the silence. Amidst all these associations, amidst all these instances of apparent alignment with those who attack Meghan, there's been no word from William. No denial, no condemnation, no distancing, just silence. A silence that's deafening in its implications. So, as we watch this pattern unfold, as we see these associations continue to form, we must ask ourselves, what does this tell us about Prince William? What does it say about his priorities, his values, his allegiances? The pattern seems clear, yet Prince William remains silent. But silence can speak volumes, and in this case the silence seems to be saying more than any words ever could. Ironically, Prince William is a known advocate for mental health, anti-bullying, and women's rights. He's been at the forefront of campaigns, championing for better mental health services and advocating for a world free from bullying. He's taken a stand against gender inequality and passionately spoken up for women's rights. But is there a discrepancy between his public advocacy and his apparent indifference towards Meghan's plight? It's fascinating, isn't it? On one hand, we have this prince who preaches about kindness, compassion and understanding. He stands on the global stage encouraging us all to be better, to be more understanding and less judgmental. Yet, on the other hand, we see him aligning with individuals who have been less than kind to his own sister-in-law. This dichotomy is quite frankly baffling. Take a moment and consider this. If William is such a strong advocate for mental health, why the silence when it comes to Meghan? She's openly spoken about her struggles with mental health, her experiences with bullying, and the blatant disregard for her well-being. Yet, where is William's support? Where is his advocacy? And let's not forget about the cause of women's rights. Meghan, a woman who's been subjected to public scrutiny and criticism, could surely use a champion in her corner. But it seems like when it comes to Meghan, William's advocacy for mental health, anti-bullying and women's rights falls noticeably short. This begs the question, is William's advocacy genuine? Or is it just a well-crafted public image? The contradiction between his public persona and his actions towards Meghan certainly raises some eyebrows. It's an irony that's hard to ignore. A prince who champions for mental health, anti-bullying and women's rights, yet seemingly turns a blind eye when those close to him suffer. When it comes to Meghan, though, it seems his advocacy falls silent. As Prince William prepares to appear on Clarkson's farm, we must remember, it's not just a PR stunt, it's a statement, a proclamation of sorts, a decision made with full understanding of the implications. This isn't a casual guest appearance on a television show. It's a deliberate choice, a conscious decision to align himself with a person who has been openly hostile towards Meghan Markle, his own sister-in-law. It's an action that speaks louder than any press statement or royal decree ever could. Let's consider what this truly means. By agreeing to appear on Clarkson's show, William isn't merely accepting an invitation, he's endorsing Clarkson. He's validating Clarkson's views, his words, and by extension his treatment of Meghan. And this isn't lost on the public, nor, we can assume, is it lost on William himself. This isn't about a simple television appearance, folks. It's about what that appearance represents. It's about the message that appearance sends. It's about the alignment of values, the acceptance of behaviour, and the blatant disregard for the pain and humiliation that his own family member has experienced at the hands of the show's host. Remember, this is a man who champions mental health, who has spoken out against bullying, who advocates for the protection of women. Yet, here he is, poised to share a stage with a man who has done nothing but belittle, bully and berate a woman who is, by all accounts, a member of his own family. It's a contradiction that can't be ignored, a dichotomy that should give us all pause. And it's a choice, a deliberate, calculated choice. So, as we watch William on Clarkson's farm in the coming weeks, let's not forget the context. Let's not ignore the undercurrents. Let's see this for what it truly is, an endorsement, a validation, a message. William knows exactly who Clarkson is and what he stands for, and yet he's still choosing to associate himself with him. So, what do we make of all this? Is this just another coincidence, or is William revealing his true colours? We've taken a deep dive into the royal saga, unveiling the intricate threads that weave together the actions of Prince William. We've seen his association with those who have been less than kind to Meghan Markle, his brother's wife. And we've noted how his choice of company seems to align with those who have openly criticised Meghan. The question that remains is whether this is a pattern of behaviour or simply a series of unfortunate coincidences. We've also examined the irony of William's public stance on mental health, anti-bullying and women's protection. Yet, when it comes to Meghan, his actions seem to contradict his words. This raises questions about his commitment to these causes. The recent announcement of William's appearance on Clarkson's farm, a show hosted by an open critic of Meghan, only adds fuel to the fire. Is this just another PR stunt, or is it a calculated move? Is it a message or merely a coincidence? These are the questions we have explored, presenting you the facts and letting you make your own interpretations. We encourage you to think critically about the information, scrutinize the actions, and form your own conclusions. Remember, it's not just about following a royal saga, it's about questioning the narrative, understanding the implications, and being aware of the power dynamics at play. Your perspective matters in this conversation, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts and engage in a dialogue in the comments section. And that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more updates. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious and keep questioning the narrative.